want to demonstrate a little bit about what I learned. So I'm going to need a little help because unfortunately I don't bring my own clients with me because I find there's enough people who have enough horse shit no matter where I go. So I want to find, is there anybody in here that has a bad memory and you think about it way too much and makes you feel bad? You think about it, makes you feel bad? You do, sir? You seem smiling awful lot for somebody that's got a bad memory. I beg your pardon? There you go. Do you smile when you think about this? No, and it makes you feel really bad. Has it done it for a long time? Okay, why don't you come up here and sit down? Where's your name tag?
It's on my jacket.
Are you really in this seminar?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we got somebody who snuck in. Take him out and draw and quarter him, would you please? Okay, just sit, that's all right.
In the chair?
You're a complicated guy, aren't you? Okay, all right. Now, you don't need to tell us what this is. That's not important. It doesn't matter what it is. So how often do you think about this?
Most days.
Most days? Okay. How do you know when to have a day off?
I've been working at it.
You've been working at what?
Trying to think about other things.
Trying. That sounds like you're failing. If I say I tried to open the door, it means I didn't, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyway, when you think about it, it does make you feel bad.
It does make me feel
bad. Okay. Do you think about it like once a day, 10 times a day?
Probably 3 times, 5 times.
Okay. And when you think about it, how long do you think about it?
Up to 3 hours.
Per time?
Per time.
That's like 9 hours in a day.
Yeah, I think about stuff a lot.
No, you think about one thing a lot because there's no day left.
Yeah, I think about it when I'm doing other things. I think about it all the time.
You think about it all the time. Well, you think about it 9 hours a day. Yeah. Okay, but let's be conservative and say...
It's been getting better.
It's been getting better. So does that mean like 7.5? All right.
I'm probably down to an hour a day.
Oh, an hour a day. Well, that's only about 5,000 hours a year.
Yeah.
Every 10 years it's 5,000 hours, but, you know, not a lot of time. There's nothing you could do with 5,000 extra hours in the next 10 years. Yeah. Do you know how much sex you could have in 5,000 hours? Are you married?
No, sir.
You have we don't have time to be married. You have a girlfriend?
These two things are related.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Well...
So if I think about sex, then I'm back thinking about her, so...
Well, you can be, but if she's not there, it's not as much fun. Then you're actually having a relationship with your right hand. Hey, baby, it's you and me tonight. I love you. Okay, now let me ask you this. When you think about this, I have a guess, because I'm a very intuitive person, Virginia taught me to be intuitive, that the memory itself is either life-size or larger than life.
Larger than life.
Larger than life. So it's not only do you have a movie in your head, you have an IMAX.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. So how big is it then? Is it as big as this room or?
Oh, no, it's bigger than the world. It's.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the picture in your head. Size-wise.
The universe fits inside the picture. It's an existential kind of level.
I don't want to be existential. I want to be literal.
Okay.
When I say it's larger than life, is the picture?
It's kind of like as big as Boston and New York.
Well, yeah, but when you visualize something the size of Boston in your head, how big is the picture?
Oh yes, as big as this room.
Big as this room. So you have a gigantic fucking screen inside your head with a big fucking horrible picture.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a big wall in your house?
Not at the moment.
You don't have any walls in your house?
I do have walls.
Okay, but...
there's probably a few that are big enough.
Fairly good. Okay, if I came in and painted the most horrible thing you ever seen on the wall in your house, would you leave it there?
No.
But you'd leave one in your head?
That seems to be what I've been doing.
Oh, okay. Seems to be what you've been doing. Yeah. Seems, right. It's not really what you're doing.
No, it is. That's what I'm...
Just say yes when the answer is yes.
Yes, sir.
You want to use that penis again? All right. Now, we're going to try a little experiment because the brain is designed to remember and to forget. See, both of those things are good things, especially if you get to choose which ones are which. Yeah. And it's not so much that you forget things, it's that they don't affect you viscerally. Because when you think about this, it makes you feel bad enough that, and of course you do it again and again and again, and then you have to have some crappy internal dialogue to go with it, just, you know, because what would a crummy picture be without some sound? In fact, you should really add music.
Orchestra.
Orchestra. You got an orchestra? Oh my God. Well, there you go. This is a whole work of art, isn't it? You know, I mean, if you're going to destroy your life, why screw around? You know, violins, the whole thing, you know. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Well, if you're going to be stupid, do it in style. That's what I say. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is really quite simple. Okay. Don't do it until I finish giving you the instructions, because I don't want you to do part of it. I want you to do the whole thing. What I want you to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes and look at this big fucking nasty picture. And the minute you start to see it, I want you to shrink it down to a circle this big, and I want you to start flickering it between black and white. Okay? Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Take a deep breath, close your eyes, look at the big bad picture, shrink it down, blink it black and white, blink it black and white, blink it black and white, blink it black and white. Okay? Now, one more thing I want you to do. Okay, that's good enough. You got it. That's simple. I know how the brain works.
Yeah.
I don't understand what Freud did. I understand something that works. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, now the other thing I want you to do is I want you, you know, this memory, however long it went on, it's got a beginning and it's got an end.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, it may be 3 hours long, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Right? You know where the end is, okay? You may replay it a few times,
Yeah.
but wherever it is, I want you to look at the last picture. In a minute, not yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
don't jump ahead.
Yeah.
I want you to look at the last picture, and then I want you to rewind it to the beginning as fast as possible. So everybody's walking backwards, talking backwards.
Okay, back to it. Yeah.
Yeah, back to the beginning, and we're going to throw in a little circus music to make it interesting.
Okay.
You ready?
Close my eyes, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Close your eyes, jump to the end, start running it backwards. All the way to the beginning and stop. There we go. Okay. Now, all you did was two things. It took us about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. And then you're convinced this was a bad thing, right?
Which?
Feeling bad about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to go back and look at it again. Can you make yourself feel bad?
No.
I can put it back if you want.
Thanks. That'll do just fine. Thank you very much.
Well, we're not done yet, though.
Oh, no.
Well, I worry about things. I'm a worrier by nature.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the 4,000 hours?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, well, revenge was one of the things.
Then you're still thinking about it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
See, I mean, do you want your future to be squarely aimed at your past?
No.
Do you know the best thing about the past?
It's in the past.
Is that it's over. That's the best thing about the past. You know the best thing about the future? You can do all kinds of wonderful fucking shit. You can do things you haven't even dreamt about yet because you've been too busy replaying this bullshit over and over again. If you worry about the past, it reappears. I had a friend once that got jilted by his wife. Her name was Christina. They were friends of mine. And I didn't see him for about a year. He went off and practiced depression until he got really good at it. And he would come over and he'd go, "Do you think you could help me with the depression?" And I said, "No, you're doing a fine job." So finally one time he came over and I did a little something and he was feeling pretty good and he left. And then I get this call that he's getting married. It was only like 30 days later. And I went, uh-oh. And I went over, and the weirdest thing was not only did he find someone like this woman, she looked exactly like her. She looked exactly, it was scary. And I accidentally kept calling her Christina, which was not a good thing to do, by the way. That doesn't make you a very good friend. But I just couldn't help myself. I would say, "Oh, Christina, will you pass me the sugar?" And she would go, "I'm not Christina." And I would look at him and go, "Is she or is she not?" She might be. And if she is, she'll do the same thing. But he married her, and she jilted him.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. You did beautifully.
Yeah.